My wife planned to ruin my life for her boss. I took everything from her instead. They say revenge is a dish best served cold, but I prefer mine freezing cold, complete with total asset forfeiture and a humiliating termination. This story happened 3 years ago, but my ex-wife is still choking on the consequences. Sarah and I had been married for 6 years. I was a systems administrator, and she worked in marketing for a massive corporation. Everything seemed perfect. We were planning to buy a house, get a dog, even talking about baby names. But then she got promoted. She got a new boss, Richard. A slick guy in expensive suits, 10 years older than her, married, with 2 kids. Suddenly, Sarah started staying late at the office. There were corporate dinners and urgent weekend projects. Classic, right? I trusted her, so I ignored the red flags at first. That is, until she changed her phone passcode and started taking her phone with her even when she took a shower. I'm not a paranoid guy, but I am an IT admin. And Sarah forgot one tiny detail: her old iPad, which we kept in the living room just for watching Netflix, was still synced to her iCloud and iMessage. One night, while she was working late, a notification popped up on the iPad. I opened it, and my entire world collapsed. There were months of texts, photos from hotel rooms they were paying for with the company credit card. But the worst part wasn't the cheating itself, it was their plan. Richard had no intention of leaving his wife, he had an ironclad prenup. But Sarah was messaging him about how she planned to provoke me into a huge fight, accuse me of abuse, file for divorce, take our apartment, which I had bought using my inheritance money, and drain our joint savings. She was literally asking him for advice on how to secretly transfer the funds to hidden accounts. I didn't sleep that night. I wanted to scream, to tear the apartment apart, to throw all her clothes out the window. But I realized something: if I blow up right now, she'll have time to hide the money. So, I decided to play her game. The next 2 months were absolute hell. I smiled, kissed her before work, cooked her dinners, all while methodically building a dossier. I took screenshots of every single text and every hotel receipt. I hired the most ruthless, bloodthirsty divorce attorney in the city. And I legally moved all my personal inheritance money into a secure trust that she couldn't touch. Once my lawyer had all the paperwork ready, it was time. But I wanted complete justice. Richard had to pay, too. On a Monday morning, I mailed a massive envelope to Richard's wife. Inside were printouts of all their dirty fantasies and a receipt from a jewelry store where Richard had bought Sarah a diamond bracelet, a charge he had told his wife was a gift for his mother. At the exact same time, I sent an anonymous email to the HR department and the board of directors at their company. I attached undeniable proof that Richard was embezzling company funds, writing off luxury hotel rooms as business expenses just to sleep with his subordinate. And then, I drove to Sarah's office building. I was sitting in the lobby of her building when I saw Richard. He was pale as a ghost, carrying a cardboard box, being escorted out of the elevator by building security. He had been fired on the spot for embezzlement. 10 minutes later, Sarah came down to the lobby. She was crying. She didn't know about me yet. She thought it was just a terrible coincidence. She ran up to me saying, "Honey, it's a disaster at work. Richard just got fired." I looked at her with an absolutely dead, empty stare. I handed her the manila folder with the divorce papers and said, "I know. I'm the one who sent the emails. Oh, and by the way, your share of our accounts is frozen. I'll see you in court." I turned around and walked out, leaving her standing in the middle of the lobby with her mouth wide open. It's been 3 years. My lawyer absolutely destroyed her in court. Because I had documented her malicious intent to hide our assets, the judge gave me everything. I kept my apartment and all my money. As for them, Richard's wife took him to the cleaners through their prenup, taking the house in full custody. His career was completely annihilated because of the embezzlement termination on his record. He started drinking heavily, and for a short time, he actually tried living with Sarah. Sarah was fired the very next week. Because her reputation in the industry was ruined, no decent company would hire her. She now works at a miserable, minimum wage call center. A month ago, my phone rang at 2 a.m. It was Sarah, drunk and sobbing. She told me Richard was drinking, breaking things, and blaming her for his ruined life. She begged me for forgiveness. She begged me to help her. I listened in silence until she finished, and then I just hung up. Life is the best scriptwriter, and karma never misses.